Mm. Mm. It's kind of like rose. Is there rose in there?
There is rose in this one.
Yeah. Look at me go.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth McLeod, and I'm the founder of Wild Woman Enchanted and author and illustrator of the Wild Woman Mystery Cards.
And I'm Sarah Sahota, and I'm a speaker and a life artist.
Yes, and it's really wonderful to be here today. We're talking about a very important topic. Desiree has brought to our attention that she would like us to talk about grief and how to rise up from it. And
What's inherent is a negative connotation, like grief is sad, grief is loss, grief is struggle.
it's not something that we rise up from in the same kind of way that we think we need to.
Yeah.
We rise up into who we are and are become a different person because of what it is that we're going through.
And then we choose the narrative that we use it for and that we give it.
And we think that we can't actually show that to anybody. You know, we can't show our tears. We can't show our anger. It's part of being human.
Oh my God.
Certainly part of being a wild woman.
Yeah.
And it's certainly part of having a tribe that honors that. I mean, there used to be times in, you know, when you look back in history and the matriarchal societies and all those things, these things were embraced. They were considered even almost a rites of passage.
Absolutely.
That you would go through this because everybody is going to lose somebody at some point.
Everyone. We're never immune. If we find you on the floor in ugly cry right now, and you are in the throes of grief, what you want to hear is, babe, you're gonna make it, no matter what.
I know that there was a time when nobody could say anything to me.
Nothing.
It's just like all I had to do was feel it and grieve it and just be in it.
Yeah.
There was a point though where I was working and the shaman person that we were expressing ourselves and I was crying. I couldn't stop. Everybody else kept going and I could not stop.
Yeah.
Cried, ugly cried, worse than ugly cried. Like and she threw me the Kleenex and I kept going and when I sort of was finishing, she just looked with this beaming smile on her face from ear to ear and she goes, when there's that much pain, there is that much joy on the other side.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we forget. We think that just because we're in that means we can't have the other. But it really is part of the whole thing. And sometimes there is no consoling. It's just, you got to go through it. And that is what's going to rise you up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Go through it. You know, suppression is the most toxic thing you can do to your body.
Let's ask the universe, like, okay, here we are, we're rocking in your arms. We would like to know what it is that you want us to know about rising up, because it's an excellent question.
Yeah. Forgiveness.
Oh my goodness.
How perfect is she?
When we look at the word forgiveness, it's like, thank you for giving me this experience so that I can move through it and become and grow into the person I am. I gotta feel sad, I gotta fall on the floor, I gotta rise up, I gotta feel happy.
Yeah.
It encompasses all that, the completeness of it. Yeah. What is it that the universe wants us to know? Forgive.
Yeah, have forgiveness for everyone around you and for yourself especially, you know.
And thank it.
Oh.
Because that's another way. How do you rise up, Desiree? Even though it's really, really, really hard to say, thank you for giving me this experience. It's like, try saying thank you, because that will help you rise up. Yeah. It will help you meet the divine. It will help you meet the divine inside of you. And that will help to carry you through the really, really, really bad times. What's another tool we could use? Just one more.
Moon dancing.
Moon dancing. So that's about following your rhythms. Internal rhythms will guide your way. Again, your body is showing you the way.
Yeah, if there would be anything I could leave the world with, it would be that emotions are not inherently bad, and that if we allow them to come and go in our space as they would like to come and go, but we never relate to them as something that is here to stay, and we do not inherently make ourselves terrible for them, then really we can go with the rhythm and the flow of life.
And it's interesting how moved we are towards that person when we see somebody in that vulnerable place, or that grief, or that fear, or that intense sadness or even joy,
Yeah.
how we are moved towards that person. So sometimes when we're grieving and we're wanting to rise up, it's because we feel alone. But really, if we do allow ourselves to feel, that allows somebody else to connect with us. We also get to find the rhythm within ourselves, and that allows us to connect outside of ourselves as well as within ourselves. So it's actually can be very beautiful and can help you rise.
Our human tendency is that those emotions are tough to handle, and we don't do them around other people, and we do them in our safe place and all by ourselves, and and in order to experience ourselves as power, which we're also going to discuss. What'd you pull?
Passage.
We must move through all the spaces.
Passage is like, it's an initiation.
Yeah.
So when we're grieving and when you're trying to rise up, this is an initiation to that next place.
Yeah.
So allow yourself to grieve, allow yourself to move through it in whatever way that is for you, and know that this is in a way an initiation of sorts. As it is an initiation, you and I talking in this moment, we're passing through this moment into another one.
Pass through grief, pass through death, pass through divorce, pass through failed expectations, pass through yourself as an experience of out of control, pass through them. It's the only thing that has me be here today with you.
Yeah, true enough. And with that, be sure to subscribe below so that you can make sure you get all the rest of these episodes. We'll be talking about all these juicy topics. And also leave us a comment below. Tell us what you do to rise up from grief.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.